This is the iPhone SE, Apple's budget iPhone. A phone which may not have the same sleek bezel-less design as its more expensive rivals, but when you look at what you get for under £400, or dollars if you're in the US, then this becomes an impressive piece of kit. Released in April 2020, the iPhone SE, as it's officially called, and not to be confused with the iPhone SE from 2016, is designed to be an affordable iPhone to the more expensive iPhone 11, launched 7 months earlier. Now, iPhones are known for being expensive, but Apple have managed to keep the costs down on the SE by mixing the old with the new. Externally, the design of the SE is exactly the same as the iPhone 8, which means phone cases for the iPhone 8 will also fit the SE. The SE also has a 4.7-inch LCD display with a 750 by 1334 resolution. And like the iPhone 8, the SE's display has bezels at the top and bottom, together with something which I've missed on the more expensive iPhones, a home button with Touch ID. Size-wise, the SE is only slightly smaller than the iPhone 11, and if that concerns you, then just remember it wasn't that long ago, or perhaps it's longer than I care to admit, when the iPhone 5, 5S and iPhone SE from 2016 were mainstream, phones which were smaller than this. Now personally, I really like these smaller phones, as not only did they function well, but they were ideal for carrying around in your pocket. However, with our increasing reliability on apps, the slightly larger size of the iPhone SE is a fantastic compromise between portability and functionality. But where Apple have really made this phone stand out is internally. The SE uses the exact same A13 Bionic chip as the more expensive iPhone 11, and previously iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max. To give this some context, in 2019 Apple claimed the A13 Bionic chip was not only the fastest CPU ever put into a smartphone, but also the fastest GPU and the most power efficient too. So choosing to put this chip into the iPhone SE was a shrewd move by Apple, as it's given the SE incredible performance overhead, surpassing many other phones at this price point. It also means the SE will continue to receive software updates for many years to come. Now, this is particularly significant if you're wanting a phone that will last you a few years. The length of time a phone manufacturer provides updates varies depending on which manufacturer it is. And when it comes to manufacturer software updates, Apple consistently leads the group, with software updates provided from between 5 to 6 years from the date a phone is launched. To give an example of this, the iPhone 6S, released in September 2015, is still able to download and install Apple's latest OS update, whereas say the OnePlus 3T, released over a year later, received its last official update in October 2019. The battery life on the SE is also very good, and as a medium to light user of this phone, I can comfortably go through the day without needing to charge it. And when I do need to charge it, I have the option to do so wirelessly. Additionally, the SE supports fast charging, which means the phone can be charged to 50% of its battery in 30 minutes. However, to achieve this, you'd first have to purchase a USB power adapter that supports 18 watts, as well as a USB-C to Lightning cable. Now, another feature which I was excited about is that the SE supports dual SIM, or 2 phone numbers. That is, until I learnt one of the SIMs has to be an eSIM, which in itself is fantastic, but as things currently stand, not all phone providers offer eSIMs, and if they do, they're mostly confined to pay monthly plans or business customers. So if dual SIMs are important to you, then speak with your phone service provider first to see if they offer eSIMs. So what about the camera? Well, the iPhone SE comes with a 7-megapixel camera on the front and a 12-megapixel camera on the back. And the quality of images in good light is fantastic, with rich colours and fine detail. I also really like portrait mode on the SE, which gives a more professional look to photos. However, good though the camera is in bright lighting conditions, there is unfortunately no night mode. Video is also very good, with the option to film in 4K at 60 frames per second. Just don't expect your phone's storage to last long if you opt for the 64GB version. And while on the subject of storage, the iPhone SE comes in 3 different storage sizes: 64GB, 128GB and 256GB. Which one you choose will depend on how you use your phone and ultimately store your photos and videos. Where if you store everything on your phone, then perhaps the slightly larger option might be more preferable. In addition, there are also 3 colours to choose from: white, black like I have, and red, where the purchase of every red coloured phone at the point of filming this contributes to the global fund to combat COVID-19. So this is a fantastic phone with incredible performance for a great price, but what are the downsides? Well, unfortunately, unlike some of its rivals, there is no headphone jack on the SE. And if this is important to you, then you'll need to use either a 3.5mm lightning adapter, earpods with a lightning connector, or wireless earpods. The large bezels at the top and bottom of the display may also come as a disappointment. But considering you're getting an iPhone for less than £400, it's a compromise I'm happy to accept. So overall, this is a fantastic phone to use, not only because of its size, but it also feels solid and extremely well built too. And this perhaps is where Apple products stand out, with some of the most well-engineered phones out there. Moving between menus is smooth, and apps open quickly, providing an effortless and enjoyable experience. And if you're a gamer like me, then the A13 Bionic chip means you'll be able to play the latest games with ease. For under £400, you're getting an iPhone with an incredibly fast chip, which can compete with phones more expensive than this. And the fact you'll be able to receive software updates for many years to come means in the long term you'll save money, as you'll not need to buy another phone anytime soon. In summary, if you're looking for a new iPhone or phone which will comfortably last you several years, then the iPhone SE is certainly worth considering. And if you like this video and you'd like to see more, then please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Thank you.